Hello, folks of YouTube. I'm Essel. Welcome back to Ace Attorney Justice for All. This should be it. Final episode 2442. Here we go. We did hold an L on the way in because I got the, bonus thing wrong. It may just be a little bit of bonus flavor. Otherwise, this may be more stressful. We'll find out. Court will now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. Fair. No L in game, but you will point and laugh, Ozzy. I accept that. We'll check it out after. For anybody who, in case I can't remember if I forgot on camera or not last time, but long story short is, I was nudged some more and figured out it was Francisca. On the prompt that we've seen someone find Gumshoe before, several times, and the answer is yes, it's Francisca. I understand the defense acting like this, but why do you all seem distraught, Mr. Edgeworth? It's nothing, Your Honor. What's wrong with Edgeworth? Looks like something unexpected just happened to him. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please tell the court the results of the handwriting analysis that misimpacts the suicide note. Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, we have discovered this note is a forgery. Oh my god. What? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This note was not written by Miss Impact herself. It is a fake. What? Order. Mr. Edgeworth, would you care to explain what is going on? If this was not written by Miss Impact, who wrote it? We would need more time to do a more detailed analysis, however. It appears the handwriting, that's just what I was going to say, matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida. Mr. Corrida? Well. Looks like Miss Impact never bought the suicide note after all. She never wrote anything about On Guard. However, Your Honor, even though this note is indeed a fake, Mr. Ongod could not have known that, and so that fact remains unchanged. Acting under the assumption it was real, he had plotted to possess it. That does sound very plausible. This theory that Ongod had no idea the suicide note was fake. Something seems a little wrong with it. I mean, if he saw it... Yeah, we have the picture frame. The defense believes that the theory the prosecution has stated contradicts testimony. If everything the prosecution has proven up to this point is true, then it's impossible for Mr. Argon not to have known it was a fake. Okay, two things. Celeste's note with her handwriting on it, or the camera. Which would, have shown Corrida writing it, probably. This was my first thought, so I'll go with this first. Mr. Edwards, your response. I believe that even more important than finding out if this note is real or not, is whether the attorney's badge pinned to that man's chest is real. That is the million-dollar question. Yes, I agree. Me too. Oh, come on, Mia, not you too. Okay. Mr. Edgeworth, you said something earlier to the effect of the defense... Okay, I was right. Had spied on Mr. Corrida's private life. I believe this would mean that he would know about the note as well. So I was right. Okay. I was right. Don't trust my gut, I guess. That's it! Yes, and so naturally... This means Mr. Unger would have known the note was a fake. Ugh. Order! So see here, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? I was the one who thought of the spying thing. I know the judge got me. I'm sorry. Jumping in and stealing my thunder like that is simply... I can't even describe it, Judge. Ah, yes, sorry. I could have even bragged about embarrassing Mr. Edgeworth to my grandchild, did you not... For that, I assign you a penalty, Mr. Wright. Oh my god, what? I like my mouth shut. So then, the defendant knew the suicide note was a fake. And if that's true, the situation has suddenly changed in a very dramatic way. I know, I'm sorry. Point and laugh. Actually, here, for sanity's sake, here's what we're gonna do. Oh, did I just save? It's fine. Never mind then. Exactly, Your Honor. Prosecution's theory... I was going to reload, but we can't do that now. The prosecution's theory is that Mr. Ongar's motive for murder has suddenly disappeared into thin air. But, Your Honor, it's not as if Mr. Ongar monitored Mr. Corridor 24 hours a day. Yeah, you can point my head down too. It's like a blunderathon. It's just, you know, everybody knows, like, you know, online chess has blunders. Yeah, you can add some L's to my name, SL_TV. Blunder count rising through the roof. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. Ongar didn't know of. Well, right back at you, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you show us some proof the victim made the forgery in an unknown place? Yeah. That doesn't... I don't think that tracks. Order, 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 Mr. Edgeworth. It looks like this time it is you who dug his own grave. As I figured. Huh? As you figured. As I figured, it came down to this after all. Oops, it came down to this after all. Mr. Edgeworth, you're not making any sense. When I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I figured this might happen. The question is, what's next? What next? If the prosecution can't prove Mr. Ongar's motive through the evidence, then we must prove it from another angle. Well, I agree with you there. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time. Oh, well, that's fine. However, this witness is a little unusual. It's worth stuttering? This is not like him at all. Unusual? Well, what sort of witness is this person, Mr. Edgeworth? Is it Francisca? This witness is one who is perfectly fit to answer once and for all the question of who was it that hired Shelly D. Killer to commit murder? That's impossible. Who in the... No such person exists who can answer the question with such certainty outside of Shelly D. Killer. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth, who is this witness? Yes, go on, who is it? The man himself. Mr. Shelly D. Killer. Oh, Mr. D. Killer. Wait! Shelly D. Killer! You mean the killer? I mean the assassin? Yes, Your Honor. He's coming here, to the witness stand. Well, yes, in a manner of speaking. I recognize this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask your permission. Well, Mr. Wright, yes? It's alright with you. Do I have a choice here? I can't really do much else to drag the trial out. The defense has no objections, Your Honor. I wonder if it really is alright to do this. Very well, then the prosecution calls its witness to the stand. Edgeworth, is there no other way left to us? Now then, witness. Your name and your, occupation, please. Very good, sir. At long last, the prophecy is again true. There we go, now we know who it is. My name is Shelly D. Killer, and I am a professional assassin. I say, what is going on here? Your Honor, how can you remain so calm? What is the meaning of this two-way radio? Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Mr. D. Killer will testify to this court. So, this must be what that urgent phone call I got earlier was about. Oh no, this will not do. I cannot allow this in my court. First of all, we can't even really be sure if this is really Mr. D. Killer himself. Well, you can see right there on the screen that it says Shelly D. Killer. More like Shelly D's... Sniper shoots you from 5 miles away. Witness, please present some form of proof that you are in fact Shelly D. Killer. I understand. Please, wait a second. This is not Shelly the Killer. That's Shelly the Killer. I'm so hungry. Maya! Maya! A voice? Mr. Wright, can you confirm anything from this? The defense has no objections to this person. We are satisfied this man is indeed Shelly D. Killer. It looks like we've run to yet another unexpected turn of events. Well, it doesn't seem like we have too many choices under these circumstances, so... Now then, witness. There is one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else. And what would that be? At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Juan Corrida, is that correct? It is indeed as you say. I did indeed kill Mr. Corrida. Oh, here, I'm sorry. There we go. There we go. I'm sorry about that. My bad. Let me show you my assassin's badge. Exactly. Ooh, the judge is so scared. Now we answered that. We'll move to the name of your clients. Very well. This is all just a bad dream. That's it. Yes, a bad dream. Shelly D. Killer. What's he gonna say? About my client. The radio matches Shelly's face. Yes, it's so good. This is so good. There is something I must first state. Please show some evidence. Oh, my theme is literally playing right now. Exactly. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. And that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. Mr. De Killer seems to be a very clever man. Almost say he seems to be mocking us. While he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor, Mr. De Killer is only stating the truth. He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief. Wish the transceiver had a mustache. That's why we have the name tag. It's kind of like I almost spilled my tea. Kind of like a mustache. You mean about this trust between his clients and himself thing? It seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine the witness? Yes, Your Honor. There's no way to know what's coming next, so stay cool and collected, Phoenix. Here we go. About my clients. There is something I must first state. You know anything I have to say later. Can we just tell us your clients? I don't think you understood your place, Mr. Attorney. I said, this is something I must first state. Do you know what the word first means? Sorry, go on. Well, it appears there's one witness you can't badger, Mr. Wright. It's only because you don't know Maya's situation. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. Can we do like a, Oops. Does that work? Nope. Hold on. Does that help some to see the thing behind the text box? Alright, better for reading though. And that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my clients. Okay, right. The trust between you and your client. I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many knew my face, it would be quite troublesome. And that's why you're testifying in this manner? This is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the De Killer name so my clients can trust me. But couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust? It has never happened before, but if it ever did... Yes? that person wouldn't be my client for very long. They would certainly... That's enough, please, no more. Very well, it was only hypothetical anyway. And that is the reason I made that I don't understand. Seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your clients. I would think this would be very bad for them. It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside of their prescribed role. Their role? This person tried to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves. And this is a trespass that cannot be forgiven. You... Who gave you the right to be so high and mighty? To the gentleman who spoke just now, excuse me, but would you care to die? No, I didn't say anything. Judge had better watch himself. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. So notably, Shelly is saying that his clients tried to implicate someone else of the crime, which is what Adrian did. So, one possibility is that Matt is either blackmailing or helped to frame Adrian, who tried to frame him. Or Adrian was the client, which would be insane. We understand, so please tell us the name of your client. I'm afraid I cannot do that. Still have a few things to say before I do. Ugh, that egomaniacal... It's not good for your health to be so aggravated. You won't live very long if you let everything bother you. Somehow, that coming from the assassin makes it less than comforting. Don't really care about all the extra fluff, just tell us the name already. Patience, try to calm down a little. It's important to try to understand his mindset. He seems very steadfast and closed, so you're gonna have to work to get him to talk. Not his therapist, you know? Oh, holy cow. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Crunch. Okay. My bad. Another L. Add another L to the name. I'm sorry. I just didn't want to agonize, you know what I mean? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. Was it that far back? Because this is 1 HP. Oh, there it is. No, that's part... let's see how far... Let's see how bad this is. Okay, we'll see how bad it is. Hold on. Okay. Oh, this is pretty far back. Give me a second. Hold on. Let's run it, because this is going to save us hassle later if we have to deal with more HP loss, because the reloads take so long. How's everybody doing tonight? Anything good going on? Anything fun? It's Gamescom right now. I see Gamescom stuff. Just music and objections is all this is. Does it? Okay, we have to skip the text box is the only problem. Oh, is there like a full text here? There we go, yeah, full backspin. Yep, here we go. I feel you, Shrew. It's painful. There we go. Okay, no more auto tap. Oh, there we go. That's high speed. Yeah, I didn't actually see, I saw there was a new Sonic trailer, but I haven't actually watched it myself yet. Yeah, so I'm excited to see that later because, you know, Sonic Frontiers could be sick. It could also be awful. Take that. I love that so much, by the way, handing over the cell phone with the take that. I loved Dead Space 1 back in the day. I'm a little hesitant to be excited about Callisto Protocol just because the marketing has been so edgy so far. And that's not about it. I'm not saying edgy in like a, you know, like, oh, that means it's bad kind of way. But it looks so like, look at all this gore. And I'm like, dude, like, it's fine. I don't mind the gore if it's like used effectively. Did it get, oh my god. How are they still open? Report. Okay. We're getting bonus content now, by the way. Because we're gonna go back and do the Francisca thing. Among them? Do you have any, like, bonus saves? Okay. Yeah, I don't remember it, so like it's really, it's not like a fault of Callisto Protocol so much as like my taste changing over the years, I think, Ozzy. Especially with regards to like, you know, marketing stuff. Because like I don't remember that at all. Okay, no one can stop. Oh, Gumshoe. Okay, this is very sad. Okay, new content. Everybody pay attention. New content. New content. New content. My eye is itchy. Not like itchy. It's like, I don't know. There is a pain. Okay. Use the Dragon Radar. Columbo Protocol. So true. Yes, there is a way. Alright, here we go. What? How? Through this. Francisca von Karma. Why are you bringing up Francisca at a time like... Oh, I see! I'll try and get in contact with her. My eye is throbbing with evil energy. Yeah, basically. It's fine. Look, if my eye hurts, but it's for a good cause like that, that's fine. I'm okay with that. It's just like if it was hurting because like it was dry from looking at a monitor for 8 hours straight, then I'm a little bit less happy. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And like none of the footage I've seen of Callisto looked like bad to me so far. My interest level is not super high, but that doesn't like mean it's not doing the thing that it wants to do well. Okay, here we go. Francisca, will she even want to help us? Edgeworth, what is it? Okay, here we go. So yes. Okay. Yep. Defense attorney Phoenix Wright chooses death. Yeah, and like, maybe I will come around it. Maybe I haven't seen the newest trailer. I remember the first one. I don't know. Maybe I'm mixing it up with something else too, like GTFO or something. Because there were several games in the Games Award the last couple of years that were like very like, yeah, look how hardcore we are. Like it's just not appealing to me these days. You know. So I don't know. Again, does not mean they're doing a bad job of what they're doing, and their marketing isn't like capital B bad. It's just like not for my taste, perhaps. It doesn't suit someone like you to cry. This is so like, what the heck, man? Hug it out, guys. Come on. All right, here we go. Oh, okay. I'll take it. I'll take it a watch later then. Because, like, you know, also like what percent of Dead Space problems were also EA driven in terms of like, you know, some of the structure in 2 and 3, right? So like, you know, We got all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. This is not a helpful save to have, I don't think. Okay. Alright. We're back in, but with actual health totals now. Yes, Your Honor. Okay. I love just like the rapid fire, like it sounds like, you know, it's like a fight going on. Oh yeah, there is a Dead Space remake happening, right? That's so weird. What is this little item called again? A video camera, Your Honor. Well, a very small one, but... No! That's so sad, Waffles. That was, like, the selling point of CSP. That sucks. Man, like, it may, like... You know, I'm glad that, like, an independent alternative to Adobe exists. But, like, the selling point was that, like, you didn't have to be in subscription hell to get CSP. That sucks. Ugh. Maybe they'll reverse it if people get mad enough. We'll see. That's the kind of thing that people are like, oh, we're canceling. Like, we're not buying the subscription service. They'll be like, oh. We'll see, though. I don't know. Mr. Edgeworth, earlier you claimed that Mr. Onguard knew of the essence of this note because he was spying on the victim. Isn't that right? If that were true. Okay, so this just, like, kind of, you know, we just sort of lift out the bit where the judge berates Phoenix and gives him -2 health. So, okay, interesting. Better RTA as well. Alright. Alright, let's see if Francisca shows up, I guess. Okay. Oh. Interesting. Who in the... Mr. the Killer. Wait, Shelly D. Killer. Shelly D. Killer. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Here we go. Let's just... Oh, wait, so this is the... Okay. We're not pressing it. So now I'm curious about the Francisco version versus the non-Francisco version, but we'll hear about that later. This is the good end. Just fast forward to make sure we get this back on Trust New York clients. Okay. Yeah, we could save again. Oops. Want to do this again? Yeah, no, absolutely. So this is the... They ruined... They were outside of their role. Okay, so weird. Okay. So what did the client do to break trust? Oh. I mean, like, the other thing Matt could have done to break trust from their prescribed role is this. Am I too far ahead again, maybe? That sucks. Like, Matt broke the rules by spying on the killer. Unless I'm thinking about this from the wrong angle or something. I'm trying to think about ways that Matt broke the rules. Press for now. Oh god, is that what we're doing again? Is this a... oh my god. This thing sucks. It's so annoying. I'm sorry, but I was just wondering about something you said. You said your client had already broken the rules. A person who frames another is the worst kind of human. And that's why you feel you can betray this person. I have no trust relation with the client who can't understand their assigned role. Just my luck, an assassin with a conscience, I would have figured. Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic? This case just keeps getting better and better. Yeah, in fairness, like to be clear, like I don't think this is like a mistake for the game design-wise. It's just, I think, presentationally frustrating to not get any feedback as to whether or not something changed. Like, if Phoenix was like, huh, maybe I should go think about this, I should think about my other statements now. Or, like, there was some sort of cue that a flag had been changed once you pressed, I would feel better. But because there's just, like, no feedback until y'all, like, signaled it to me that this was an option, I didn't even think that would have been an option. Because, like, you know, the expectation is not just from, like, genre practice and like practice playing games in general, just from playing this game, if like, you know, 90% of presses will always be the same dialogue, and there's like not a lot of indication that that will ever be different. So I think it's a little bit unsignaled. Yeah, if it's a whole new statement, that's fantastic. If they amend the testimony, I love that, because that's like very clear feedback that something changed. But when it just like go back to statement 2 now, and there's no feedback that's reading statement 3 changed statement 2, it's a little bit frustrating, I think. Again, not horrible, not like a huge misstep, just like a little bit frustrating on feedback and signaling. Everyone understands your point, I think, really. In that case, I believe I am prepared to disclose the information you seek. You have made it crystal clear that you value trust over all else. I believe we are ready. Yeah, no, for sure, Waffles, yeah. That makes sense. Just, like, immediately press everything once before doing anything else. Yeah. Excellent. And that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. Now then, I do believe it's about time I reveal the name of my client. Don't you agree? What is it? Now I can't bring myself to ask the client's name. If you can't ask him, Mr. Wright, then I will. Witness. What is the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Corrida? So, the two names that would be the wildest here would be Juan Corrida and Adrian Andrews. Very bad for us if he says Matt Ongard, obviously. That person's name is Dick Gumshoe would also be hilarious. Or Von Karma. Not like this. Not like this. Yep. Adrian Andrews. What? Witness. That's not who you told me it was earlier. Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I should think I know my own client, and it is Adrian Andrews. Oh man. What? This can't be on the phone earlier. What's going on here? My guess is that Mr. the Killer just stabbed Mr. Edwards in the back. Stabbed Edwards in the back. I'm sure in order to get an audience with this court, Mr. Killer told him a different name. Not On Guard, perhaps? I knew it. This is outrageous. I was deceived. This witness is telling a very serious lie. But you were the one who summoned the witness. Silly Edward, this is Ace Attorney. You should know that every witness lies under oath by now, so true. Shelly D. Killer. My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is Matt On Guard, am I correct? All I wish to do is help procure his acquittal. Wow. All of a sudden it feels like we can actually win this. Yeah. Prosecution has failed to provide a motive and has instead provided this suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there is a possibility the defendant himself knew it was a fake. But most definitively of all... Oh, you're right, I'm sorry. We have heard from the assassin himself, the name of the client. Mr. De Killer's client who requested the murder was not the defendant at all. No. With all this evidence, it is obvious to me that this means that Mr. Matt On Guard is innocent. I seem to have caused you all a bit of confusion. Please continue your discussion and call me when you have reached a verdict. Bailiff, please bring Ms. Andrews in immediately. What now? The way this is going on, On Guard will be found innocent. This may be our last chance to save Maya. Yeah, but Edgeworth is right, the killer's lying. And On Guard, my client, I know he's guilty. Can I live with myself if I win this? Who would have believed the prosecution's own witness would absolve the defendants? Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Shelly D. Killer is certainly lying under oath. It wasn't me. Listen, everyone, please. The testimony just now was all one big lie. Ms. Andrews, the suicide note may have been a fake, but that man, Matt, he's the reason Celeste died. And Juan's death, it was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. That testimony just now, you have to believe me, it was a horrible, horrible lie. But Mr. De Killer himself has testified. He has named you as his client. Adrian just like shoved the transceiver off the stand. Yeah, no, that's not true. Also, there is quite a bit of evidence that points to you. The knife and the button, donning the steel samurai costume. But that's... We even have a motive. We know Miss Celeste impacted a large part of your life. You wanted to follow her and you wanted to revenge against the two who hurt her. I would say you have plenty of reasons to want them both dead. No. Mr. Wright. You know the truth. Tell them. Tell them the real story. Who the real killer is. Tell them. Please. Help me. Yes, I know the truth. Mr. Wright, yes, Your Honor. I believe we have reached the end of this trial, therefore I ask the defense for any final words or opinions. I have to decide. Do I take the not guilty verdict and save Maya? Or do I throw this chance away and wait for Gumshoe's new evidence? What am I supposed to do? I mean, Phoenix could never live with himself if he got the verdict here. And Maya would hate him forever, too. Easy decision. Phoenix. I can't do it, Mia. I can't accept I'm not guilty. You are a lawyer. I know. But Matt On Guard's a killer, a murderer. I can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall. If I let Ms. Andrews be convicted, then I'm no better than On Guard. And even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact that it's because of Edgeworth that I know the real truth. He could have gotten On Guard convicted so many times over, but he never took a single one of those chances. If I take this right now, I'd be betraying his trust. His trust? I never thought about it until now. I trust him? I love him? Yes, you do. Mr. Wright, your opinion, please. The defense requests be allowed to further question Mr. DeKiller. Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright? Right. But that witness has cleared your client through his testimony. Your job here is done. I'm not done yet. To see through witnesses' lies and to find the truth, that is my job, Your Honor. Still more evidence to look at, and I'm sure that once those pieces arrive here in this very courtroom, a miracle will occur. Very well, the trial will continue. Mr. Edgeworth, please reestablish connection to Mr. DeKiller. Right away, Your Honor. Dun dun. Dun, 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 dun. Has a verdict been reached? Before that, we'd like to talk with you a little more. About? All you needed from me was the name of my client. What else could you need me for? Well, actually, I'd like to not hear everything you know about this case. That is how things are usually done. What is he talking about? Usually done? But what shall we have him testify about now? Mr. DeKiller, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail. You legal people and your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes to go to court? Here we go. About my client, part 2. As I have already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime. While pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene, self-reported. She self-reported. Sus. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corrida was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. That act is what I was referring to when I said that my client had broken the rules. This is a most unexpected turn of events for the 5th time now. However, this time everything has finally been revealed. Just a second, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. We still have the cross-examination to do, but you don't need to question testimony like this. Do you, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, the defense will question the witness. As if I have a choice here. Huh? Why? What this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. If you scrutinize the testimony, then I'll expose the lies in that oh-so-beneficial testimony, I suppose. I don't understand what's going on anymore. Thanks, 2 of us. Alright, here we go. Alright, Mr. D. Killer. Yeah, does Your Honor ever understand what's going on? Okay. Hold it. What is it, Mr. Wright? If I press him the wrong way, it might raise suspicions on his end. But I have to do something to waste more time. Witness, about requesting a hit. Yes. How much is your fee? I see you are also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney, huh? If you would like to talk business, we can do so after the trial. No. I'm thinking of hiring Mr. Wright. Yes? You want to kill me. You want me dead, don't you? What? Guilty! Mr. Phoenix Wright, you are hereby declared guilty! Witness, let's continue. Yep, you just along for the ride. That was really good. Bad end. Phoenix goes to jail. I would think that most people wouldn't be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill. If I had a problem with such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective at my job. Ah, yeah. Well, that change in occupation would be good for you. However, I will say this. Even though I'm the one that does the deed, my clients are always the real guilty party. That goes without saying, Mr. Tequila. And their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilt on their shoulders. However, my client this time thought they could run away from their guilt. My client did defend to the crime. Are you talking about the button and the knife? Yes, and my business card. Oh, this card. So that no one has to waste their time, including the police, I always make it a point to make things as easy as possible. You try to make things easy. My business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out the service. He's pretty devoted to his work. But to disregard everything, to go and stab the deceased with a knife and even hide my card from sight, that is something I cannot overlook. It's hard to tell if he's being truthful or not without him being here. True. While pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing? That is correct. Usually, most people try to create an alibi for themselves, just like in Funny Among Us. If you should use my services, Mr. Attorney, I would suggest you plan for your alibi too. Ah, no, I already told you I'd have no intention of using your services ever. Why does he keep looking at me like I'm the one on trial here? Because it says you're Shelly the killer up there. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corrido was dead. From the very beginning. That is correct from before my client visited the room. All of my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times. I wonder if that's really true. That's odd. But even more appalling is the creation of the knife and... So why do you think your client did that? The knife and button. What do you mean by why? Well, fiddling around at the scene of the crime is pretty risky. God. Attorney effect, dialogue between games? Yeah, that'd be hilarious though if it was like, if the judge was like afraid of us next game. Because we'll be asked about the services. And why would someone who has requested a murder go to the crime scene anyway? That is true. I assume it was probably done to frame Mr. On Guard. If that's the case, why didn't the person just requested you do it? Sadly, that's not possible, huh? My job is to kill, that is all, and to leave my business card behind, naturally. The business card is so my clients may escape blame. To protect them is my duty. Even if they say it's for revenge, setting someone up to take your fall. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules. And that's all you have to testify. Yes, and I pray that I will never be called to the stand again, as in you plan to continue. I must, as I have yet to find a person to take my place and become the fourth successor. Actually, how would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney? Excuse me? No, I'm fine, really. Are you really now? I wonder what kind of man that does things I am now. What are you gonna do now, Phoenix? All I can do now is expose the lies, that's true. However, you realize that'll be very bad for our client, right? I'm so confused. Well, I'm not gonna for sure they can't let this trial end yet. True. So, where do you stay through the time? Okay. Adrian is my client, however. Okay. The very beginning. Yeah, that one is the most sus so far. Is there any way... So, a couple things come to mind. Why would she leave fingerprints if she knew this was going to be the case? I'm oh god. I don't know if we're in like pressing mode again. That sounds right. Okay. So we need to indicate somehow that either Adrian's actions don't line up with what he's saying here, or that like it was much more clear that the client was Matt. When he said broke the rules, I thought he was referring to Matt's blackmail setup, which could also be the case. True. We could hit him with the, you know what we should do? We should save. We could hit him with the glass. Why would she be so... If she, like, planned all of this, leaving the glass there is, like, very weird. It's, like, double... It wasn't only just, like, weird in the first place. It was super weird. The glass? Because, like, why would she leave prints? Like, oh my god. Photo of the murder scene. Can't see the strangulation. Card's not there. Was it this one? Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. the Killer. What is the meaning of that attitude? When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Juan Corrigan had been murdered. But how? How do you know that? From this wine glass, Your Honor. Glass. Mr. the Killer's supposed client thought that Mr. Corrigan had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim. But isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan? That's not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they would never left their fingerprints behind. I see your point. Mr. Edgeworth, what's your opinion? Strangely enough, I had the exact same thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon? Isn't it a waste of time to talk about such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyway, correct? I'm afraid you're mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client as you claim, then your client should have had knowledge of Mr. Corrida's death. If not... Oh, sorry, that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all. How strange. Yes? Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation? Phoenix, if the killer figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble. Yeah, I know. Objection! Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence. Ah, sorry. Okay, here we go. Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you. Anyway, I'm positive there was a contradiction in the testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken. Very well. Right now I have to buy us more time. While we wait for the items to kill left behind to get here. That wasn't cool. Oopsie daisy. I just know the very outcome of this trial lies with those items. Request taking. This request came to me about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the awards ceremony. God, if this was the level of energy, yeah, the game would suck. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That's what occurred. I trust my memory and believe I've made no mistakes. So you physically met your client, huh? That is correct. Meeting one's client is the first step to building trust, in my opinion. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Alright, here we go. About a week ago. Are you sure? Yes, I'm quite sure. I, of course, have my own preparations, and I was barely able to finish. When you request my services, Mr. Attorney, I hope you will keep that in mind. Please stop. In any case, my client this time had a very specific date and time in mind. A date and time? When? Yeah, that's very good. Did you ask why on that specific night? No, I tried to fulfill all the conditions of my client's request. But as for why, I only have my suspicions. Your suspicions, huh? Suspicions, huh? Sure. So, what are these suspicions you had? Why did your client request that night? I'm sure it was all for the bear. The bear? My client spoke of it. I'm sure there will be a bear-shaped figurine in Juan Corrida's room. I would like you to retrieve that item for me. You must be talking about the bear puzzle. Inside that figurine was a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it with him to his hotel room. He was planning to publicly disclose its contents at the press conference, after all. That is correct. And if I had not done the job that night, I would not have known where the figurine was. I see. Yes? They got to Enguarde's house. Testimony just now made one thing clear, and that is the client knew the secret of the bear figurine. Why is everyone so quiet? Mr. Wright, I think all of us already knew that. Oh, really? Witness, please continue with your testimony. Okay, no health loss, thankfully. Okay, let's go back to this one real quick. Make sure we didn't get bonus details. When you request my services. Okay. Date and time. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right? Of course I did. What was that? What was with the brief pause? Let's not press our luck, I think. I'm getting very nervous here. Oh, fascinating. That is tempting. We got health to burn. Witness, I'd like for you to give us a few more details. I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I have never taken requests by telephone or mail. And why is that? Because I value the trust between a client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish that is to speak to the client looking them in the eye. Well, Mr. Wright, the testimony does not have any importance. Yes? Question mark? I think so. Of course, it was very important, Your Honor. If Mr. Killer had met as the client before the murder, then it's unlikely he's mistaken. So you're saying his client really was Adrian Andrews? Ah, I guess so. You see, it is just as I said. Ugh. I'm so lost. Who's supposed to be helping here? Calm down, Phoenix. Think carefully and relax. Okay. Oops. That is what occurred. I trust my memory and have made no mistakes. So your client was Adrian Andrews. That is correct. He says the two of them met, but if they did, there should be nothing wrong with Mr. Killer's testimony. Well, nothing strange this time around. Okay. Draw more info, but not suspicion. Delicate balance between... Yeah, new info, okay. Was this it? Those are good emotes, Waffles, you're right. This is the last one? Why he meets his client is not important, and that wasn't the point. Witness, please stop sidestepping my questions. What do you mean by that? My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person? I've already told you, Mr. Wright, I did. Only through talking with him face to face I began to trust him. Aha. It's when I thought, I can trust this person as a client. It's true what they say about talking face to face. Well, Mr. Wright, but the testimony does not have any importance? Yes. The killer just misgendered Adrian Andrews. If I heard what I think I heard just now, I think I got him. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now was of the utmost importance. Really? If that's the case, witness, please include the statement just now in your testimony. Yeah, it was not important is the right answer is a little tricky. Very well. More like L lead the killer, true. Holding an L. Fascinating. Fascinating. Oh, I didn't realize this. John Doe, Shelly D killer. Objection. Like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at that time. Yes, that is correct. That's when you thought he was trustworthy. How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct. I'm sorry, but that's an impossible tale. SLTV and Shelly, or Shelly the killer. What? Shelly D killer. Yeah, one's red, you see, you're right. You have never met the real Adrian Andrews. Why would you say that? Because you made one very big slip-up. About her. So what is the issue? Ding. What did you say just now? About her? If you'd ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you she's a woman. What was the animation? Oh ho! Order! Order in the court, Mr. Wright. What is the meaning of this? This witness testified to the following. That he always meets face-to-face with his clients when taking their request. But he's never met Miss Adrian Andrews in person. Yes, Your Honor, that is exactly the point. That means Mr. DeKiller's client could not have been Adrian Andrews. Hello? Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake? I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor. Her name? I curse you, generation of baby names! Adrian is without a doubt a very androgynous name. Yes, I see. Unluckily for Mr. DeKiller, the entire time he was on the stand, no one had stated Adrian Andrews' gender. And so we simply picked the wrong gender to go with. What? What is going on? Shelly D. Killer, the court demands an explanation. I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another. So does that mean you remember something different now? Yes, of course. Please, if you would allow me to testify once more. Ugh, he's just gonna spit out more lies. Very well, but this time please give us the truth and nothing but the truth. Yep. Or, you know, whatever percentage. Yeah, this is a very big walkie-talkie. Yes, I remember not to request my mail. You said that, no. There have been times I took a job without having met my clients. The request was for the murder of Juan Corrida and 2 or 3 other small things. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. That's it. So you took this job through a letter. He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony, which means he's definitely lying. Carol Phoenix. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us. I know. I can't make them suspicious, but I think we're okay. Like, we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me, no matter how strong a punch I throw, he'll counter it. Oh, they're... Oh. Look at them. Look at them. Hold it. But didn't you just say that you always meet your clients? Yes, I suppose I did say that. 2 masters of bullshitting, romantically bullshitting their way to the truth. So true. However, there are some clients for whom a meeting is simply not possible. But didn't you meet your client this time? Yeah, as long as my boyfriend is there in court across from me, it's fine. No, I did not. Oh, come now, we'll stop with this game of cat and mouse. Using your silkiest voice is not going to work on me. Alright then, just cough it up and confess. Mr. Wright, you can't badger witnesses with such harsh words. He's a professional assassin? You're a lawyer, so behave like one and present evidence instead of mindlessly yelling. Do you have any proof that the killer met with his client? Hold my hand, Edgeworth. Right, you're 20 feet away from me. So true. Do I? I don't think so. Oh, I did. Oh, the misclick. You hate to see it. The bear? So, what do you think? You may say, what do you think? However, I am, for all intents and purposes, a transceiver radio. Oh, that's right, can't you see the evidence? Well, I don't think this is what I needed to see. You hear the pure silence in the air there. That's unfortunate. Price is Right, lost jingle. Okay, well, I didn't mean to... Okay. I didn't mean to. There have been times I took a job without having met my clients. I didn't mean to present evidence, in fairness. Why could you not meet certain clients? Recently, I've been receiving more requests. If I met each and every client, I would lose some nice business opportunities. Nice business opportunities? On top of which, the times have changed. It is now the age of information and computers, correct? Well, I have joined the times and now take requests via electronic mail. Dude, anybody could just email you? Electronic mail? Do you have to mail that in a special insulated envelope? Oh, I'm very sorry. I despise the shortening of words. What I meant is what is commonly referred to as email. Email? In a contest of mimicry, the judge would beat a parrot hands down. Ahem. So you took this job without meeting your clients and... two or three other things. I was talking about email, laughing out loud, yes. Laughing out loud, laughing my ass off. And what were these other things? A few other things that have nothing to do with this case. Let him slide with that? It'd be really bad I pushed his buttons the wrong way and he got mad. That would be really bad. Rolling on the floor, laughing, Mr. Attorney. Okay, yeah. We'll take the hint there. We'll take the hint for now. So you're saying you never saw your client's face, not even once? I did once. That's why I presented the. I'm mad now. Now I'm mad. Now I'm upset. This is what I said. I have proof you met the client. There's your proof. Edgeworth? Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Yes, I see. But Miss Andrews is wearing a mask at the time. A mask? The Nickel Samurai mask, I'm guessing? Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about this? Do you have any problems with the piece of testimony? True, we can push that, because Edgeworth should be back, should be, like, batted away. Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, if I trust Edgeworth, then trust him. True. Problems with that testimony. No? I think I wasn't posting out what he said, but it would be real bad if I just made him mad over something trivial. No problems, Your Honor. Huh? Okay. At the rate we're going, we'll end up completely destroying the killer's lie. If we do that, you know how serious a situation that'll put us in. Okay. When will the items get here? Alright, let's see it. Whether or not they're related to this case for the court to decide. Mr. Attorney. Yes? Everything I have said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client. Which is why I want to consider... Which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. Could it be... that you are planning to betray your own client? That's... I smell the stench of a backstabber. And should you turn out to be one... Wait. Oh. This is looking really bad. I shouldn't press my luck or anything. Is this worth pursuing? I'm scared. I'm scared. I think we have to keep going. Yeah. I believe in Phoenix, right? Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your client requested were. If it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine. The bear figurine? After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. Was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing. And where was the figurine? It was inside Mr. Corda's suitcase. And then what did you do next? Yeah, thankfully we're dealing with the gentleman assassin, exactly. I handed it over to my client right away. You gave it to your client, interesting. This certainly sounds important to me. Okay. Huh. I found this figurine in Mr. Onguard's mansion. If you gave it to Ms. Andrews, what was it doing there? I was waiting for her there. That was also part of the plan to frame Mr. Onguard, I'm sure. That makes a lot of sense. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any problems with the Pete's testimony? Yes? So the killer says he gave the figurine to Ms. Andrews. But I know somewhere in the statement there is a contradiction. And yet, I know that if I present something trivial here, he will cut the connection on his end. If you want to make a strong point, Phoenix, you have to present strong evidence. She's right, so what now, Dr. Wright? Alright, let's give it some thought. Let's give it some thoughts. Yeah. Oh man, it's getting kind of late, huh? Alright, well, we're finishing it, so, you know, that it kind of is what it is at this point. It is what it is at this point. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it's totally fine. That's my assumption at least. So we need proof that the figurine being at the mansion is a thing. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I want to talk about the DVD. The blackmail DVD. I would like to talk about the blackmail DVD. I would like to talk about the blackmail DVD. Is that it, though? There's a big L if we screw up. Because No, I know. I'm just saying. I just want. That's what I'm saying. I want to talk about. It's tough because, like, the issue is why was she in the room looking for the bear? You know, like, why was she looking for the bear if she was going to be delivered the bear? That's where I'm at right now. Is for the logic here. So, do we have anything aside from the wine glass? We could do the wine glass again. But, like... Witness, let's go over this one more time. You gave Miss Andrews the bear figurine, and she told you to take the bear and wait for her at On Guard Mansion. Is that correct? Yes. Where are you going with this? Well, I think maybe you might have remembered a few things incorrectly. What? A battle of wits, I can't let up on him. I don't think it's possible for Ms. Andrews to have been the recipient of this bear. Because she doesn't know where the On Guard Mansion is, no. Thank you, sure, I shall hydrate. How is this not possible? My brain hurts. Thank you for the points offering, Ozzy. The points gods are extremely pleased. It's a very large offering. I agree that we shouldn't stall. We should be done with stalling. The question is, how do we... What I'm trying to get across is that she looked for the bear and didn't find it. You know what I mean? We're talking about whether or not Andrews could have been the one who received the bear. And my initial reaction to that is, if she was, per a contract, supposed to receive the bear, why was she looking for the bear in the room? If the bear was scheduled to be going to the On Guard Mansion, why was she looking for it? I mean, we have the wine glass again. Wine glass, the guitar case, kind of. Her fingerprints aren't on it, though. It's weird to go to the wine glass again. The crime photo, not... I mean, it's the wine glass is the thing that implicates Andrews being in the room. So maybe that. Maybe this. We have testimony about the handoff. There's also this. Regarding the bear. I mean, we have the bear. Otherwise, the suicide note. But mostly just the bear. Unless I'm thinking about this the wrong way. I mean, you know, the bear is the bear. Shelly D killer. If you had really given the bear to Ms. Andrews, then this item should not have been inside it. Yeah. Okay. Alright. This item? I see where you're going. Yup, that's where I'm going. Where is everyone going? Do we need to pack a suitcase? Your Honor, please think back to Ms. Andrews' testimony. And I was gonna burn it for her sake. If even for a single minute, this bear had actually been in Ms. Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burned it. Order, order, order! So that's where you two were going. So by the very fact that the suicide note was still inside the bear, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle. Which means... It means, Your Honor, that it is impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client. Oh-ho! Order, order, order! Ugh, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm sure I mentioned this before, how I hate traitors above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreements. No, 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 that's not. That's enough. If that is your intention, there's only one thing for me to do. Wait, please. Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter I must attend to. No, please, not that. Please wait. Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end and I may stay my hand. Otherwise... Ah! What in the... Mr. Wright, are you... Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. I didn't understand this witness's outburst just now. Do you think there's a need to hear more testimony, or is it enough? Well, we should... Edgeworth, we can't do this. If we keep this at Maya, she'll... The prosecution, What has come over everyone? Even you're... The prosecution rests. What is going on around here? The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor. What? Well, I never thought I'd see the day. This is the most unusual situation. If the prosecution rests no further questions, then the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. If that is the case, then even though I'm reluctant, I must believe Mr. DeKiller's testimony is accurate. That would mean that Shelly DeKiller's client is Adrian Andrews. Ugh. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. If I end the trial right here, right now, then your client, Matt Ongard, will be declared innocent. And in his place, Adrian Andrews would be charged with murder. Miss Andrews would be charged with murder. The prosecution has no further questions, so we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant, Matt Ongard, to the stand. The items from the killer's hideout didn't make it in time. Oh, that's even with Francisca. Okay, fascinating. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out. Okay, interesting. I can't believe it. The outcome now lies in your hands. Hi, Matt. Dude, did the old guy finally decide? To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent or good person. You have done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But, at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent. Ha! So, I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out. Mr. On Guard? What an atrocious lawyer I have, giving up his own client like this. And that refreshing like a spring breeze crap just is atrocious, don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer. Should I side with justice or should I save Maya's life? You'd better get on guard to guilty sentence, okay? But if I did that, Maya will die. But if I say he's innocent, then Ms. Andrews will be charged as the murderer. If I say he's guilty or not guilty. Either choice I make, someone's life is going to end. Trolley problem? All hinges on what I choose. Now then, Mr. Wrights, let's hear the defense's final statements on the matter. If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, then your client, Mr. Matt Ongard, is innocent. There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer's gonna say what I want, aren't you? Right. I can't do this, but I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Matt Ongard, is... Yeah, I mean, like, we've been thinking about this for a little bit, and, like, I do think that we have to say him call... Yeah, we like, it saves Maya, potentially. It likely does, given the killer's reputation. But, like, Maya would hate us forever. We'd be putting someone innocent away in jail for their life. Ongar would walk free. We might compromise our career. It's awful. And the thing that happens if we say guilty is that Maya could die, which would suck immensely. But she gave us direction on this, and I think that Phoenix, like, basically couldn't go on without, if he, like, let that happen. If he let Matt walk away. So, guilty. We are waiting for your answer, Mr. Wrights. Matt Ongard, your client, deserves an answer. Maya, I'm sorry. Matt Ongard is... Let's go! Let's go! Matt Ongard is Franziska von Karma? Is this grand? Is this the Great Revival again? Ow! You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off that scruffy fool. Did you bring them, the final pieces? Do you have them? You should know better to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence is here in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy, he's fine and his injuries are minor. This is her own version of Great Revival? Okay. I know, right? Never happier to see Von Karma in your life? Yes, absolutely. All the items are inside this. What a filthy old coat this is. That's Gumshoe's. I can spot his tattered rags anywhere. I apologize for its ugliness, but there's nothing else to wrap the items in. I fought long and hard this whole trial, all for what's inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside there lies a crucial piece of evidence. Not covered in blood, true. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence. Your final evidence? What do we got? This trial is already over. All that remains me to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial. What? Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last. I request that Ms. Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence. Suppose you're right, Mr. Edward, they're given permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, they will not be accepted by this court. Now, Ms. Von Karma, if you please. So, Does this happen whether or not you remember about Francisca? These pieces of evidence are items left by the killer during his escape from the police. Must have been in quite a rush. Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence. Somewhere among the evidence you're about to see, there'll be something that will turn this whole situation around, like a miracle. I'm sure of it. That's all we can hope for. The first item is a pistol. Does the killer's pistol have something to do with this case? Dude, what? A pistol? It hit me. Does it have any relation to the case? We have yet to perform ballistics tests, so I can't say anything for certain. Oh. Okay. It does matter if we forgot her? Oh, geez. Okay. This is a bad end? Oh my god. However, I believe it has something to do with this case, at least with me. That's the pistol he used to shoot you, isn't it? That's what I believe, yes. Oh. I kept the bolt that removed my shoulder as a sort of memento. I'm sure it'll be an excellent sample for the test. So that was the pistol that was used to shoot Francisca. It's probably not going to help us very much. Okay. Interesting. Okay, we gotta be careful here, folks. The second piece of evidence is this videotape. I bet the killer took that for On Guard from On Guard Mansion. Quick save, quick save, quick save. Oh, okay. So she shows up no matter what. Gotcha. Okay, so the bad end begins here. Okay, sorry. That does not matter. Have you checked the contents of that tape? Unfortunately, there was no time to. Oh, yeah. But I would speculate the tape is very important. Why would you say that? Because he came back to his hideout for it. The killer went back for it? That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site. But somehow, it looks like they were able to protect it from the killer. Surely the killer is no ordinary man. Okay, contents unknown. The last evidence is this bellboy's uniform. Was that used during the crime? I'm almost certain it was. Even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets. There's no doubt about it. The killer was wearing this on the night of the murder. One thing I found interesting about the uniform. And what is that? There's a button missing on the uniform. A button? It's a very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue. That's very weird. All I have to pretend, Your Honor. It's just as I thought. And what is that, Your Honor? I'm sure we're in normal circumstances. These items would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing. It is who is the client. Yes, that is correct. And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that. Thank you for your hard work, Miss Von Karma. You may step down now. Wait, Your Honor. Please allow me to examine this new evidence. Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict. Wonderful. Absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he? Is this the end? Phoenix? I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen. Oh. You've come this far, you can't give up now. But no matter how you think about it, it's... Try, for my sake. Think about it for a second. Oh. There are 2 ways out for us. 2? The first... Make On Guard wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict. Huh? The killer will always place his wishes first. If On Guard himself wishes to be convicted, then he'll let his hostage go. Maybe true, but that's asking me to do the impossible. The second way, force the killer to end his contract with On Guard. If the killer were to no longer think of Andre as his clients, then he would let Maya go. Mia, that's even more impossible. He's a man who values his duty towards his clients above all else. I know both of these seem impossible at first, but if you can make either happen, it would truly be a miracle. The bigger problem is the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. Pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting them. Phoenix, think things over from the other side. Isn't that what always worked for us? The other side, does she mean... You mean to turn things around? Turnabout. Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it? The person who needs the evidence. The defense, prosecution, and the judge. We've seen all the pieces of evidence, and that is how we have come to know the truth. But there is one person who has yet to see them all, and that person does not know the truth. That truth, it may be what will bring about the miracle in the end. So, my first read on that is that actually the killer doesn't know the truth. He doesn't know that Matt was trying to betray him. Now then, I will pronounce my verdict. Why don't we all sit back respectfully and listen, kids? I've already told you, Mr. Wright, this court does not need any more evidence. I'm not saying it's nothing is the evidence, Your Honor. Then, do you want to show the evidence to that person? Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one chance. Oh, one chance? Please show your evidence to who you think is the right person. That's impossible. To turn the situation around in one try. One try, that is all I will permit. I have to try to remember everything that's happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix, think. There must be a way to save Maya while taking Angra down at the same time. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. Who would you like to show evidence to? I mean, this is my first thought. This was my first thought. Well, we showed Shelly the tape. Yeah, a lot of divided piece of evidence for you. The other option would be to show Matt the pistol. From here on, you mess up any choice. That end. Okay. So here's my logic so far. Both of Mia's statements point to this being Shelly. I could be wrong, obviously. But both in trying to break the contract and in trying to make Matt wish he were convicted and rather than being assassinated, we want to get Shelly pissed at Matt. And the way to do that, and the main thing that I've seen that we haven't talked about yet, is the thing we heard about in the detention center where Matt was going to try to blackmail Shelly. So, if we bad end, we bad end. But in the spirit of not stalling, I see. And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence you'd like to show this person. That's what I'm running with. Oh, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? I think there is some merit in showing this evidence to that witness. Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier. Alright. Looks like I convinced him. I don't know if this is a good end or what. Maya, she's okay, right? Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, would you show me a piece of evidence? Yes, one is all I need. I have here a videotape. It was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get it back. That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my clients. I was told to protect that videotape. I thought so. I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard. That will be difficult as I am currently a walkie-talkie. I cannot watch this tape. Do you know the contents of the tape? I was sternly told by my client to not watch it. So I have absolutely no idea. Actually, you're on this tape. Me. Let's go. Good end? There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Your actions are being recorded. What? Is that true, Mr. Rice? Who was it that planted the camera? Well, the only person who could have planted a camera listening to the crime would be your client, naturally. That was Adrian Andrews. Be quiet and listen, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Your client specified a time and place for you, isn't that right? I've been talking about this for 2 hours now. Yes! That was so they could film you. Yes! Yes! We got the dub when it counted, okay? We got the dub when it counted. I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why. LLLLW. Exactly. Why did Matt Lambert film the crime scene? The reason why he did is to take it out of this whole mess. There's only one reason why your client would secretly film the crime scene. They... Yes. Turnabout dub. Let's go. Your client once told me something very interesting. Farewell, my L. Hello, my dub. We're talking about you, and this is what they said. Yes! Yes! I've been barking up the correct tree all night! No, please, no, you don't have to speak in ooh and call me Esu now, because I got W's. But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. Oh, come down, Mr. Wright. Assassin's not above blackmail, stop. That's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelly D killer? Very important. Very important. No more L's, only dubs, but I regret this immediately. Ugh. Oh-ho. It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning. Shelly D killer. Yeah, I mean, yes, by a natural. That is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client. I have one question for the witness. Yes? You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said you detest traitors most of all. Yes, that's right. But what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then? That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case. And then that client would become my next target. For the honor of the killer name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment. I see. That's all I wanted to know. So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. I get it. This is how we'll turn this around. Mr. Wright, yes? My contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item. What the? I'm not an item! Let's give Matt what he wanted. What did he want? I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness. This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I'm sort of... I don't quite know what happened there. Miss Von Karma, where did that... She always has you in her sights. Aimbot whip from Von Karma? Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict. Yep. Mr. On Guard, looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You will finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy. Before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you'd understand what you mean if you watched this video. Help me. Now then, Your Honor, the verdict if you please. Is this alright with you, Mr. Wright? Finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there's no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Please answer whichever way your heart tells you. Right, Chief. So we got the dub. I'm a little worried that if we were gonna turn into an L, but he let Maya go, so yeah, only one of these is true, which is he's guilty. Not on guard. Even though I'm a lawyer, I cannot make your crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here. Me? My wonderful self? Guilty? Even if you got an acquittal the instant you set foot outside the detention center, your life would be in danger. No matter which way you look at it. You can't run away from your crime anymore. No! Guilty! Guilty! Guilty, 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 guilty. Oh my god! As always, it looks like we've uncovered the real truth. Giving the not guilty's good? Oh, really? I'm really helping out much in this. Mr. Edgeworth, how is Matt on guard? I have left Miss Von Karma, because he begs for the guilty, incredible, in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full-course meal of whip leather right about now. Can the torturer, can she shoot the cops? Can she do that? Okay, very good. That was a close one, wasn't it, witness? Yes, I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. First time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair. She must be talking about how, the time Edgeworth really went after her. She's trying to forgive him for what he did. She has an illness. Oh my goodness, yeah. Edgeworth went in. But after that, when I was alone at the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself for who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I had finally been saved. She smiled! Yeah! First time I've ever seen her smile. Yes! I'm really happy you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone. It looks like we've resolved everything at last. As for myself, there's a few things I was confused about. But everyone seems to be in good spirits, and that's good enough for me. That's all. The court is adjourned. Oh, I'm feeling emotional. We're great out there, Phoenix. What I did out there was right, wasn't it? This is the first time you've not gotten your client off. You got them a guilty verdict this time, but You have to look past all that to what's really important. You now realize there's something more important than just getting a not guilty, right? Yeah, I understand now. Phoenix, think back for a second. Think to the moments before Ms. Von Karma arrived with the final piece of evidence. Think about the decision you had to make. Side with justice or Maya's life? Is he guilty or is he not guilty? Those were your choices then and your answer. Your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you. Right! Edgeworth? I have good news. Maya is now safe in police custody. Really? Pearls! You're telling the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, she's quite safe. On her way here as we speak in a patrol car. Ah, Mystic Maya's safe! Phoenix has brought indignity to the Von Wright name. You did it! You really did it, Mr. Nick! Ow, she punches deceptively hard for a kid. I believed in you. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her, Mr. Nick will save her. Thanks. Oh, what's wrong? Ms. Von Karma. About earlier. Thanks. Ow! Why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Thanks, Shuriken, thank you. We collect the dubs. You lost. Your perfect win record has now been crushed. And yet, you're still happy. I don't think you'll ever understand Ms. Von Karma. How dare you? Don't worry, she may in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago. Edgeworth? For my own personal victories and for guilty verdicts. I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remained spotless. But, oh, a man appeared and stood fast against that selfish man. I fought him in my usual manner and tasted my first defeats. I seethed. Oh, this is emotional. Ugh. Ms. Von Karma, I have but one word for you. Ratio. I felt like I'd lost everything because of that. And then... oh, it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy. L plus ratio plus tarnish win record. Yep. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened, so I left the prosecutor's office. And I left that note, Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. Well, you should have. A prosecutor who has shamed himself with defeat should crawl into a hole and die. I mean... hello? But that was not what happened. After I left the office, I finally came to realize something. And it was in that moment of clarity that everything began to change. What foolish nonsense. We prosecutors use anything we can to attack the defendant. But every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. And then, before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well. What? You trusted your enemy? It doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is to fight with the knowledge we hold and everything we have. Erasing the paradoxes one by one is never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch. But we will always eventually reach that one single truth. This I promise you. The truth. Yes, that's the reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, right? That's why you couldn't forgive me. This man went into hiding. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? Oh, well, what moment do you think it is, Ozzy? Oh, when he threw his own objection to D. Vasquez keep testifying. This man who only had his sights set on victory, who ran away into the night. Is Mr. Edwards right, Mr. Nick? Yeah. Francisco is too young. She's 18. Like, she doesn't, like, it makes it make all the more sense why she thinks she's right about everything. You really let me down. When you just disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things you said to me all those years ago. And you betrayed your own words. That's why 1 year ago, I made up my mind. Decided the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least that's what I told myself. Pathetic fool. This Von Karma. Don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. A Von Karma is someone who is destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma. And neither am I. This sprite is so good, by the way. Man. Yeah. It's like the text. It's over. It's all over. I just got through something on the ground just now. This is an electromagnetic receiver. Think she used to track Detective Gumshoe? I'll return this to the precinct later. There's something else. Ah. Isn't that Ms. Von Karma's whip? I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. You should keep this right. Okay. Nick! Hey! Maya! Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! Oh. Oh. Nick, I knew you'd come through. You got longer convicted like I knew you would. On top of that, you even rescued me. Well, of course I did. You knew I'd never desert you. We sure pressed our luck this trial. You're really lucky to be standing here. Whatever, whatever. Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I'd just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost through Pearly. Is it really that easy to do something like that? Thanks a lot, Nick. Don't mention it. Maya. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth! I'm relieved you're alright. I think she got like the shonen protagonist treatment where they just like display a feast for them to heal themselves after the battle. It's like you made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago. Yeah, Pearl is tiny. Heh. Or not. Alright. I think it's time to get out of this depressing place. Huh? Where are we going? Food, Nick. Food. Grub. Chow. I'm starved. I'm so hungry, even you look like a nice juicy burger on a bun to me, Nick. Borgar. Think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib at least. Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth, please. If you insist. Alright, I'll wait up our usual burger joint. Don't be silly, Nick. Huh? This case messed up that awesome evening, got in the way of my gourmet food. So I've decided to make it up by having another feast. Another feast? Come on, Nick. Food. Going to the hotel or what? Yeah. Oh. Hey, pal. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. Gumshoe. He's okay. Gumshoe, you alright? Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. Didn't think I had a telephone pole of all things. It wasn't a red light that got him? You did it again, city boy. I felt like my dear old heart was gonna give out on me, and I ain't joking. Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of The Steel Samurai. Thanks. Now look here, Mr. Student Prosecutor. Don't you reckon you bullied Mr. Rat too hard? If you don't start being a lot nicer to him, he might just kick it tonight, even. I'll keep that in mind. Well, come on now, everyone gather around. Y'all gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer. Yeah, we're getting paid. It's like a lot bought herself a new camera. Well, pal, at least we can put this messy case behind us now. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal. Amen to that, pal. Amen. Ugh, so cute. You know, when you think about it, you're the one who saved the day, detective. Eh? Me, you really think so? He's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think this trial would have had a very different ending. That is true, Waffles, yeah. You know, it's... Eh? Wait, that's odd. When I ran out with the things from Tequila's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir. What? 4? Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket. There was a 4th item? Ah, come on, y'all, it's over. But oh boy, I tell you, you really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped, never a dull moment with you, huh? Wait. You think? Why should look so happy about that? But being shut away for 2 whole days, weren't you scared? Yeah, I was really scary. I felt so hopeless. You might not think I drew a picture. Don't think you had it rough, gals. Where's this picture of yours? Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Miss Stigmaya's picture. You know, I don't know where it went. Oh, that's too bad. Well, it's alright. It wasn't anything important anyway. Oh, I'm sure that to finally see them both smiling again. What is it, Edgeworth? This thing is picking something up. Ah! That's Miss Montcalm's receiver! Ugh, thanks to her, I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. I can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me. That's odd. Even though you're standing right here, it seems to be in a different location. Oh, it's probably busted or something, sir. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do. Huh? Mr. Edwards, you haven't eaten anything yet. You've eaten way too much, you glutton. I had fun tonight. Now if you'll excuse me. Wait. What? I just wanted to say thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there. If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right? I feel like words alone aren't enough here. Oh my god, they're head over heels. I wonder if anything I'm getting given to express how I feel. What? The pistol. Everybody loves a pistol. Huh? Wait, what? The whip, maybe? What? The attorney's badge? That doesn't make any sense. We have to keep that. It's the whip? Okay. That's the only thing that makes sense as a souvenir? Yeah. At this point, I want to see the good end, so... the mysterious nostalgia? I don't understand. Yeah, here, have this 2-day-old murder tomato juice. Here, have this snuff film. Like, what? Here's the very important Maya's Magatama. The whip, okay. Take that! What's this? Thank you, it's all thanks to you two. Oh. You and her. You don't need to thank me, I was only doing my job. Looks like Mr. Edworth has left, Mr. Nick. Hey, Miss Stigmaya? Huh? Yeah, Pearly. I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right? You and Mr. Nick, I mean. Pearly, would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me. Yeah, have this bellboy uniform, Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth is dead. It's time for bellboy Edgeworth. Anyway, so who's paying her this lovely dinner party? As if you need to ask. Everyone say thank you to Nick. Huh? Yeah, I'm kinda at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kinda already put your name on the bill. Huh? Huh? Yeah, I got me a situation like that just myself. There's just camera shop in Hotel C, and I just bought myself this good old beauty here. Better be anyhow for $3,000. Huh? 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 Matt? Actually, I reckon you bought it for me. This is on your tab and all. Uh-huh? Huh? 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 Isn't this great, Mr. Nick? Yeah, Nick. Why do I suddenly feel like screaming? Oh, you don't need to hold back now, you hear? Yeah, pal. Time to let it all out. It'll be the first time I hear the real you. Go on. It's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage and all. Alright then. If you say so. Yes! Oh, that was so good! Oh my god. Ah, yes. Yes. Long VOD. The longest VOD of the series. So sorry for that if you VOD watchers like watching in smaller chunks. Really came through for me, Nick. I hide that letter, but I knew you'd find it. I really feel like I've been living on the edge lately. I've escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? Like a pro. Yeah, Adrian just like let us swipe Matt's credit card. For like, you know, 5 figures. After credits, okay. So we'll do the credits takes for anybody who's new or has not been here for one before. Credits takes. When we hit credits in a game, we talk about the game for a while. Sorry for the 2 of you. Speaking of which, I think this hotel is a popular place for honeymooners. I sort of made reservations for the 2 of you, just in case. Oh my god. Pearl, please. So, man, what a game. So good. We struggled, okay? 2-3 was a struggle. Well, pal, looks like I'm back in the force again. Oh, really? Mr. Edward had a long talk with the chief and got me reinstated for my sake. There's said things like, letting that one go was bad for all of society. I knew it. Crashing headlong into everything is the only way to live, pal. Kinda hoping that Edward will join the squad, but that's funny. Oh, man. So good. Oh my god! I forgot about Maggie Bird. Maggie Bird, I'm trying to see Enterprise, but today's still gonna be waitress from now on. Waitress from now on. What? Bring smiles and joy to the people who come by the restaurant, sir. Hope you'll stop by sometime, Mr. Wright. What? Oh yeah, T4 is super redeemed, Justice for All. I think it more than one. That's the issue, right? About evaluating Justice for All, is that, like, for me, this was, like, not... I don't care this much. Not a phenomenal experience. It was fine. It wasn't, like, terrible. And 2-3 was, you know, more or less fine. 2-3 is like a, you know, like a 4. And 2-2 is like a 6 or 7. And 2-1's like a 5. You know what I mean? Like, they're fine. Nothing is, like, you know, like a true disaster. Like 2-3 is grading, right? But 2-4 is like a 9, right? Like, this is a hell of a case. It was so good. The twists and turns are fantastic. The thematics were phenomenal. The characters were great. Lots of good throwbacks. Really fun logic to work out. Incredible core mystery. Hey Max, what do you think Zimbabwe's like? Do you think there are castles made of cake and bunnies who can talk? I think if there are any talking bunnies, even they won't laugh at those jokes. So true. Unfortunately for Mo, but yeah, like 2-4 is just, it's fantastic. And it's not quite like half the game long, but it's like kind of half the game long. I'm ready. There's no way these jokes are gonna fall on deaf ears. Getting more contemporary of my humor. Mo Curls represent. Got a new act all worked out. Prepare for the Hallelujah chorus. Oh god. Say something, will you? You're supposed to start this off. Get on with it. Maz Ionga indeed. No, that's next week. That's next week. Or 2 days, I should say. What's this drat? Just an ordinary electric razor recharged on its stand. Can't believe this, really. How long do they plan on making me do this? Oh, but it's Edgy Poo's idea, so that means it must have a deep hidden meaning. Like a sunbreak, possibly. I get the feeling they won't forget about me, would they? Oh, it was never like this in the old days. One thought the world of me. They used to call me Queen Wendy and treat me like royalty. Man wasn't hurt, but it's gonna feel the pain in my heel. I guess they gotta feel the burn. And speaking of burn, playing with fire is very dangerous. Because of that, 3 of the warehouses where they store the scenery burned right down and caused a huge stink. So we'll talk about planes after this. But if you're on YouTube, this is, you know, most of my thoughts. It's a phenomenal game. I think the Psyche locks were fantastic. Wonderful mechanic. Very transformative. Super fun. Oh, hi Andrews. I appreciate everything you, Mr. Edward, did for me from the bottom of my heart. Oh, that's right. I received a letter from Ms. Von Karma. So that after I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything at all. What? Really thankful to have met everyone. Oh. What's up with Francisca? Interesting. What is she up to now? Huh. It's become difficult for me in this country as of late. I'll take a short leave of absence. If you would like to request my services, please be sure to visit my homepage. May we both be blessed with longevity. So he blows up the radio. Incredible. But yeah, what a fantastic game. Super fun, super enjoyable. 2-2, like I said, 2-2, fine. 2-1, 2-3, oh, 2-4. Perfection. International departures, gate 12. What the? Where are you going, Francisca? Maya and Borger, so true. Francisca and Adrian would also be a killer pairing. How'd you know I was here? With this. That's... I heard you were planting things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example. It's just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy drab coat of his. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage, but it's going in the trash, I promise you that. Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting. When I ran up with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, so... 4 things? Seems he put the last one in his coat pocket. Just put it in here? It doesn't matter anymore, the case is already over. What are you going to do now? Well, this is a sad song. Oh my god. Sorry guys. Maybe you're trying to mute for those. Holy cow. That was violent. Thank you. That's none of your business. Are you running away? Shut up. You don't understand a thing. Thank you, everybody. You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Karma's daughter. Francisca. It's funny, because, like, she's right. But, like, Edgeworth is the only person who could possibly understand, even to, like, you know, like, half a degree, right? As, like, the mentee of Manfred von Karma. A successor in spirit, right? Like, so, he does understand. So many expectations I must fulfill. Expected to win no matter what. And failure? Such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius. There's no doubt about that. But me, I'm the genius. I've always known that. But I had to be one. I had to. You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. You have been and always will be. Yeah, they're basically family, I agree. No, I'm not. Not anymore. Even thrown my whip away. Speaking of that... Wright gave me this to hold on to. Right. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you? I'm going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you will think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip. You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked on ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth, I've always hated you. And then, finally, my chance to take my revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat. And this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge. Oh my god. This is intense. I see. You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today. I believe you can. Just like how Adrian Andrews did. Adrian Andrews? You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics, isn't that right? Huh. Today you chased after me, after I'd left you behind all these years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you're going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways, Franziska von Karma. Oh! I am Franziska von Karma. Don't think I'm gonna walk in your shadow forever. Our battle begins now, so you'd better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth. Oh, this is a very... They do a really good job making people look really sad in sprites. Oh, that was a heartbreaking sprite. Oh, man. Phoenix writes, one day, someday, I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. Until then, this lousy evidence that never made it to you. I'll take good care of this fourth piece. So I can give it to you when at last we meet again. What? Oh, it's Microsoft Flight Sim. Oh my god, were they waiting for this the whole time? Ryu Naruhodo. Farewell, my turnabout achievement unlocked. Oh, man, that was so good. There we go, folks. Oh, man, that was so good. So yeah, I think most of my takes have already been distributed through the takes, the credits takes. But yeah, phenomenal experience. I love the character work. I think maybe even stronger in Game 2 than Game 1. Like a lot of sequels, I think this is true of a lot of sequels. The first game is a much tighter flow in terms of its experience. Second game a little more meandering, a little longer. But gets a little more ambitious, a little more interested in its characters. And I think that's the huge win of Justice for All. Is that at its core, the cases are strong, but like, because this is now a known cast, the game gets to focus really hard on development and building up this big thematic clash in 2-4. And that's what makes it so beautiful. So, incredible work on all of the main cast. And I am so excited to get to the third part of the trilogy. So excited. Oh, so good. Alright, folks. If you're watching on Twitch, hold up a second. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for being here. I know this VOD was mega long, so hopefully you enjoyed. If you want to see more from me, check out below in the comments. Leave me a thought. If you have any thoughts on the series, want to see different format, different games, you want to see other stuff, not even Ace Attorney related or Ace Attorney related, let me know what you want to see in below in the comments. Thank you so much. Consider liking and subscribing to help find more content from me and to help the algorithm. Playlist for more Ace Attorney stuff. And hopefully I'll see you live on Twitch, twitch.tv/SL_TV, Sunday to Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully we'll see you soon. Until next time. Peace.